Right, there's growing concern among New Zealand's bosses that businesses won't transform fast enough to keep up with AI. It's according to PwC's annual CEO survey, which found that while more than half expect the economy to improve this year, they're increasingly worried about AI. Andrew Holmes is the PwC New Zealand CEO with me this morning. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
First thing that jumped out at me looking at your results was actually there are fewer CEOs who are confident in the economy going forward at great speed this year than there were last year. I mean, it's only minor, but you look at their, expect the economy to improve, 58% in 2026. It was 59% in 2025. Revenue, confident about revenue growth, that's down slightly on the previous year as well. Is there something they know that we don't? Because the recovery is meant to be on.
Yeah, well, there's certainly still cautious optimism. And I think 2025 proved that it didn't deliver on all our hopes, and I think there's a little bit of that left over in 2026.
People are feeling once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah.
What about AI, and why the difference between how AI is affecting New Zealand businesses versus businesses globally?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, consistent with global CEOs, New Zealand CEOs do feel they have the right investment strategy, the right culture and the tech environment to really leverage AI. But a bigger majority, as you've pointed out, don't feel they're getting the impact of AI just yet. And I think that really comes down to an execution gap, being very deliberate around where you invest, the governance over AI and how you're getting returns in your business. So there's a little bit of execution gap there clearly in New Zealand, but the appetite to get moving is clearly there as well.
So 78%, this is AI had little or no impact on my business. 78%, so almost 80% of CEOs said little or no impact. Globally, it was 65% said little or no impact. So is this a bad thing that it's not having an impact, or is it a good thing? I guess it depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. However, the sentiment is really that the impact and the investment isn't having the impact on business processes today in New Zealand businesses. Now, part of that is clearly execution. The companies we see doing really well are ones who are quite deliberate around, investing in those use cases which are going to have real scalable benefits and actually improve process. So we're seeing a lot of CEOs are getting the benefits, but there's a vast majority who have not yet cracked the nut just yet.
So can you give us an example of the types of jobs or the types of tasks that are having an impact?
Well, clearly knowledge is a big area. But fair to say, AI is relevant to all aspects of the business and all professions. So it is quite widespread.
Will your job be AI one day?
It's always going to impact the ways of working. We very much at PwC believe in tech-powered human-led. So it will definitely have an impact on ways of working, but that's all about value creation.
So your theory is it always needs to be, whatever you're doing with AI, it still needs to have a human signing it off kind of thing, or ticking the last yes box.
Well, underpinning AI and its impact is trust. So certainly from our perspective, having quality governance, responsible AI practice in place is essential. That's actually an enabler to move AI quicker. It's not a hindrance. Good governance and good process is essential for moving AI forward.
All right, Andrew, great to have you in the studio this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with me. Andrew Holmes, the PwC New Zealand CEO.